What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Fluid Ace back again with another video, and today we have we have episode 4 of Invincible season 3. And I gotta say, it was pretty interesting, pretty weird, pretty interesting terminology. I'll have like a 2 or 3 minute spoiler section at the end of the video, so if you want to skip to that, it's in the description. Right now we're going to be talking about the characters in the TV shows. I think I'm going to stick to characters in terms of the format because I think it's quite interesting to talk about the characters. So like, comment, and subscribe. This one's going to be a little bit shorter one because we have a few characters in this one, but needless to say, we start off with Rex and Ray, and they're sort of trying to be normal humans, and I don't know if that's going to work out quite well, but we'll have to see in the future. But then we cut back to Invincible, and Invincible is picking up from where he found the drone. He takes it to Rex, no, not Rex, or Robot, Rudy. He takes it to Rudy. He thinks it's Cecil, so Mark, in his bright idea, decide to like go and break into the Pentagon, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of crazy. I've never seen a person try to break into the Pentagon. Like, mind you, he already, I'm guessing he has some sort of newfound confidence because the thing isn't in his head. But like, as you'll see in this clip right here, Cecil has installed the sound on like corridors of things, and Mark just gets put down. And I'm like, okay, you thought that Cecil didn't have like a backup plan? Like, Mark is just so delusional, bro, so delusional. He gets captured like this, and he's like, Cecil, I know you're watching me. Like, I know what you're doing. You better stop watching my family. Cecil's like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, you must be talking about some different person. And Mark's like, I know it was you. Needless to say, they both call a tie, I guess I'll call it a tie. And then Mark says, this isn't over, and stares him down like this. What kind of arrogance is this? Bro, you just got washed. And he lets you go. Doesn't matter. We're gonna move on to Mark and his date with Eve. Pretty awesome, pretty simple first date. And then these two show up, and Mark is not trying to leave. They need Mark to go to the future because they're time travelers. Mark is not having it. He just wants to go on a date with Eve because he doesn't want to mess up the first date of their relationship, which they kidnap him. Doesn't matter. I guess they kidnap him. And they kidnap him to the future, and it turns out that Immortal is the one who's ruling the world at this time in the future. Basically, Immortal's being a tyrant. Basically, Immortal says, I set this all up to have somebody go back into the past and sort of kidnap you to where we can you can come to the future and kill me. Basically, Immortal's like, yo, look, I need you to kill me. No one here can kill me. He's basically like, let's call him like, he's basically Nolan, but then he's like, I need to die. I really want to die. And basically, you just have to cut off his head, but no one can really do that except Invincible. So him and Invincible fight. He kills Invincible, and then they take him back to the present, which has been frozen, sort of. So yeah, that sort of happened. So Eve is like frozen here, as you can see. I guess that's how time travel works. I don't even know if that's how time travel works, but Mark is just not. He's just like, oh my gosh, I killed Immortal. Is that a bad person? Then they do a little bit of subtle foreshadowing where she's like, if you ever turn evil, I'll stop you. That didn't work out last time. But they have a few like montage clips of them flying around, and you sort of get a contrast of Amber and Mark's sort of flying route, where like they're sort of separated but they're together, and they're sort of like, this is that clip right there where you see Eve and Mark for like, I think that's like season 1. It's like, wow, they had so much chemistry. People are trying to gaslight me to talk about like, they had so much chemistry in season 1. I don't know where it was, sort of there in season 2, but they went good together. Is it well or good? I don't even know. Either one. It was fantastic, and I think they had great chemistry. Just the way that Mark looks at her, and it was awesome. It was fun. Mark and Eve, they're doing great. Mark in general is he's doing his thing, but they say they love each other, which is kind of weird, but I guess it's like young love, and that's how it is, and they're ride or die. So Mark, he's doing awesome, pretty awesome. That's pretty much it for him. They go do like a little, they do a little fornication. And then we cut to Alan, because like it's sort of like a contrast of like what happened with Amber and him when they went to college. So that's sort of how it turns out. So then we cut back into the fashion of Alan in terms of how it was back in episode 4, season 4, and Alan's basically jacked at this point, bro. Bro is out here doing the getting the reps in, getting the protein. But basically we get a small recap. I wouldn't even say it's small. It's a pretty large recap of basically how we got here. Alan's just chilling, trying to convince Nolan to be his friend. Just like, hey, look, bro, join our side. But basically there's like a montage of them just training. Well, Alan's training, and Nolan is just like, bro, leave me alone. I just want to die. Not in so many words, but in so many words. And they try to execute Alan, but basically the executions don't take. They just keep on not killing him, or killing the soldiers in particular. So it's kind of weird. Like it keeps on just killing them, and basically they can't kill Alan. So he's very special, and it just doesn't work out. So the contrast of Alan trying to convince Nolan, and it's just like he's like, hey man, look. But then eventually the executioners, these two from season 2, show up, and they just start executing Nolan. I don't know why they drag it out so long, but like they keep on just beating him up. And basically Alan breaks out and he's like, hey look, you gotta go find him. But then these guys, I don't know what they're called, they end up finding him. Alan tries to break out everybody. He finds Battle Beast, and Battle Beast is just a menace to society. If anyone said that bro's a straight menace to society, bro, I don't know. He just has a level of energy that I just don't understand, because like he's just like look, he's been looking for the Viltrumites, and he's like, yo, look, if I die, I'm gonna be happy. And at that point I was like, GG's, I don't ever want to fight this guy. But then Alan basically sort of tries to bait Nolan into feeling emotions by letting this guy beat him up, and he's like, look, I'm gonna die, I'm going first, Nolan, peace out, man, I'm gonna die first. And Nolan ends up triggering those, should I say human emotions that he's developed, and he saves Alan. And I think that's good character development. I think it's gonna be great to see. But basically Nolan and this guy go toe to toe. He's like, you're a disgrace, Nolan. And basically Nolan's just like, he's not putting the work on him, but like he's doing his thing. But basically they do like a power combo thing, and these guys have some really great chemistry. That's why I like these guys. So I'll probably put the notation down like Nolan and Alan. So I'll probably put that down there. But either way, Battle Beast can really hang with these Viltrumites, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what species he is, but either way, they basically have to go outside into like space, and basically they win the fight. They do like a little tag team battle, and Alan's like, hey, we need to leave. And then Nolan says, hey, look, we don't have too many Viltrumites. It's like 50 or less than 50, and there's no reinforcements coming. So basically that's how it all ends. And basically what ends up happening is we cut back to Mark, and that's the end of the episode. Pretty much what I want to say is I really enjoyed this episode. I think this first scene, when it comes to talking about Ray and Rex, they're sort of discussing humanity and whether they act normal enough, and whether people can actually operate within being a superhero and also being a normal person who just wants to cook fettuccine. You know what I'm saying? And then also we have Mark here. Personally, I think Mark's on I don't know, man. He's being super weird. I just think he's giving off like this, I'm not trying to play around energy, but then also he's not doing what needs to be done, if you get what I'm saying. I think that's sort of it. Overall, I think it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. This is like the sort of the spoiler section, but Mark here, as you can see, we all know it's Angstrom who's watching him, so Cecil's gonna get on that. But then coming into this section, this scenario actually takes place into way into the future, as you guys well know, but this is actually at the end. The scenarios that Invincible talks about are actually spoilers for the TV show, and this actually occurs at the end of the actual show. So Mark leaves Invincible in charge at the end of the show again, but maybe there's different circumstances, I don't know, we'll have to see. Then coming into Nolan, I gotta say, I think this is he's probably one of my favorite characters in the comics. I think Alan, they're doing a great job with Alan, making him into one of my favorite characters as well. But like the redemption arc that this guy's gonna go on is gonna be fantastic, and I don't know how they're gonna end the TV show, because I'm thinking that maybe they're gonna end the show basically of with these two coming back to Earth to get Mark, but who knows? Either way, Nolan is now here revealing the secret. As you guys can see, he says, hey look, there's no more Viltrumites, and that's going to be an interesting dynamic because we're still yet to see Conquest. I don't know who's voicing that quite frequently. And then sorry, I had to burp there. But then we have Thrag, and Thrag is going to be, bro, that guy's a top shot general right there, man. He's gonna be a guy. I can't wait. I think season 5 was confirmed. I don't know, but I don't see any reason why they wouldn't confirm it. But needless to say, amazing episode. Nolan is finally starting his redemption arc and sort of moving along that path. Mark, he's doing his thing, and I think the relationship between Mark and Eve, we'll have to see how that progresses. It's kind of cute, kind of fun. I think it was always there to begin with, so people will stop have to will not gaslight me anymore. But needless to say, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this one's a little bit late, but hopefully you guys enjoy. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on Saturday or Friday. I'm gonna try for Friday because I don't have too much to do, so we're gonna try for Friday. So peace.